All right, if you don't recognize the face of this guy right here, you can definitely gonna recognize the voice of the #2 caller of the John Clayton Show every Saturday on 710 ESPN. Vince, man,
here in presence, sir.
Good to have you here in the house. I know all you want to talk about is the NFL, but you are down here, man, for the 79 championship celebration for the Sonics. So, man, give me your thoughts on the 79 championship, along with the current state of Sonics coming back to Seattle, along with your NFL take.
Well, you know, it's really hard to talk about the Sonics still. I saw the first game, when I was like 12 years old, back in 71, 72. The kid from North Carolina State, 7'2", Tom Burleson. Spencer Haywood, Leonard Gray. I go way back with the Sonics, and it's still hard to talk about these guys. The one thing that's not hard to talk about is the 79 World Championship. We should have had 2 in a row. We should have won in 78 and 79. But we'll take the one that we have. And it just, we need to have pro basketball back in this town. I don't know how it's going to happen. The team was pilfered. It was stolen. Just like the Cleveland Browns were taken. Good things. We just need a team back. I don't know how we're going to get it back, Commando, but we just have to get a team back. There's no doubt.
No, you're right about that.
And I got to admit right now, I'm cool on the NBA. I'll be hotter on the NBA when they come back to Seattle, where they deserve to be back in the 13th largest market. They need to be here. These fans are dedicated, good, knowledgeable basketball fans. We deserve an NBA team, and we just have to have one back.
No, you're right about that, man. Have you heard about the new Green and Gold Community Coalition?
A little bit about it, yes, and it all has to start at the grassroots level. It has to start from the bottom up here, and we're not going to get a team back unless everybody gets involved in trying to contact the politicians, contact the Steve Ballmers of the area. The city is just they've dropped the ball. They were given half of the stadium cost to renovate the Key Arena. They decided not to do so. So, to me, it's going to have to be done privately. I have very little faith in our politicians to do anything in saving this team and getting a new team back.
Right.
So, yeah, I have heard of it, and hey, whatever I can do to help out, I'm here.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just ask you this, man. Have you paid the second half for your season ticket for the Seahawks yet?
No, I have not, Dave. I have not, Commando. Thanks for asking me. There is no drop-dead date to pay. When the lockout is over, that will be the drop-dead date to pay. Not before, not after. I just, the NFL, they just don't realize what they're doing. They're alienating good fans all over the country. They can't get their house in order, and it's the fans who are the losers, and it's always the fans who are the losers, because we are the ones who build up these empires in sports. It ain't the TV revenue, it ain't the commercial revenue, it's the fans. Without the fans watching these games, paying for their jerseys, paying for the season tickets, these teams have nothing. And you know what? They're taking the fans for granted, and I'm tired of it. And they had just better get their stuff together. Otherwise, what's going to happen in the NFL is going to happen what happened in Major League Baseball. It's going to be the same thing. There's going to be a backlash of proportions that we never would have thought would have happened in the NFL. So absolutely, do not pay the second half of your season tickets unless the lockout is over. Period.
Any last shout outs or parting shots?
Man, parting shots. First of all, it's great. I'm glad that you're here today, celebrating this 32nd anniversary today. Yes, absolutely. This is a day of celebration in Seattle sports. The only true championship the city has ever had. I'm sorry,
Seattle Storm.
Excuse me, Seattle Storm, but you know what? I'm sorry. People, to me, it's all about the Mariners, the Seahawks, and the Washington Huskies.
Right.
You know, football and basketball. You know, and those are the major sports that I really care about. You know, it's nice when the Storm win, and it's nice to get the Washington stealth winning. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm just a major sports fan. So, you know, with all due respect to the Storm, I know they won. They might win again this year. I feel good for them, but to be honest, when I look at the Storm, I feel bad for my Supersonics. You know, I wish we could have kept them instead of the Storm.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Vince, the #2 caller of the John Clayton Show. And we'll be back.